Hi everybody, welcome. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about a topic of finances. In this issue of finances, I just want to touch on a few things that I think are a huge concern for us, working class, middle class people, and also it affects the rich, it affects the poor. So I'm going to be talking about that today. The issue of saving money, the issue of investing, the issue of setting aside money for an emergency, or having money for the achievement of personal projects, dealing with projects that you may have in your personal capacity or as a couple. So I'll be talking about that today. When it comes to saving money, there are many reasons why people save money. And there are also many reasons why people find it difficult for them to save money. And once you start with the issue of saving or the ability of saving, you then advance and progress to a step of investing. But you cannot do that if you don't have enough money. And I think I'll talk about the benchmark of saving. When it comes to saving, you need to set a benchmark for yourself to say that at least have money set aside that will equal to at least 6 times your monthly revenue or your monthly income. Whatever income you have, let's say you make 10,000 rands or 10,000 US dollars, in a certain period, you want to save 6 times that amount. So if you are making 10,000 as your income to cover your expenses and have residual income, you want to set aside about 60,000. So before we can talk about investing and investing in shares, companies, and investing in bonds and other instruments of growing money, you should be able to have a covering of about 6 months your monthly income, 6 times your monthly income. So you should be able to cover yourself and be prepared for any emergency, for any unforeseen circumstances that may happen and may require you to have money. So this will help you to be able to cover yourself and not fall into the issue of looking for debt, emergency debt, which is not a good thing. You don't want to find yourself having to borrow money as a matter of agency. So by being able to save money, we save ourselves from a lot of things. So in terms of saving, there are a few reasons why people do not save money. One of the reasons is debt. The fact that you may have debt that you are still paying, it means that in the midst of covering your own expenses, including your rent, including your taxes, your insurance, your daily commuting expenses like your fuel, and your general expenses that you have in your daily life. In the midst of covering that, paying the debt that you have, you might find that at the end of the day you don't have any money left for you to be able to save. So the issue of debt, having to service the debt that you have. Let's say you have a bond or a house that you're paying your mortgage every month, you're paying your car every month, you're paying other things like your credit card, all these other expenses that you have, which are falling under debt, grouped together, and together with the money that you're spending on your living expenses, it means that at the end of the day you may not have enough money to be able to save, or you may even be in a deficit, meaning that from the money that you have and the expenses and the debt that you have to pay, you don't have any residual income left. You cannot save, you cannot cover yourself in cases of emergency. So that's what I want to talk about. That's one of the major reasons that I've seen, and I've experienced that myself also, where having debt can lead you to not having to save, and you have to get yourself out of it before you can start to save and enjoy some sort of period where you have enough savings up to the amount that I've already stated. You need to save up to at least 6 times your monthly income. So when we're talking about that, that's one of the reasons why we don't save, because we have debt that we have to service. So I've been able to take myself out of that, put myself in places where I can be able to save, pay the debts that you have, your credit cards, pay all of them. up to zero, whatever limit that you have. If you have a limit of 15,000 in your credit card, or you have multiple credit cards, try and cover them and try and pay them off until you don't have to pay them anymore. Then that money, let's say you were paying 1,500 or 2,500 every month, then you can be able to have 2,500 to save. If you have a car and you were able to pay that off, it's a debt every month that you have to pay because you have bought the car on loan, or you've bought a house on loan. So once you are able to pay off that house or pay off that car, then you have the money to be able to go back and start saving. So whatever money you were paying, let's say you were paying 6,500 rands, or maybe you were paying $500 a month on your car note or on your mortgage, at the end of the day, that's money coming back into your pocket. I've seen many people on Facebook, I've seen many people on social media posting the excitement that they have at the end of the day. Once they were able to pay off their debt, they come back, now they have money. If you had to pay 6,500, that means if you pay off that debt, now you have 6,500 back in your pocket that you can save. Many people have done it. Give yourself time, go and pay off the debt that you have. Some of us, like myself, I've bought my cars cash. All the cars that I've had in the past, I've bought them cash. I set my priorities. I told myself that I wanted to focus on building. I have a property project that I'm working on, put my money into that instead of putting it into debt. Then I end up saving enough so that I can pay most of the things that I want in cash. So that's one of the things that you can do yourself also. Try and minimize the debt that you have, whatever you have. If you already have that debt, you can cover yourself and reduce the debt so that you can be able to save. So that's number one of the issues that we can try and minimize the debt, manage the debt, and try and reduce it into a manageable size, a size that you can manage, so that you can have residual money to be able to save. It's very difficult when you still have debt that you're servicing. So I'm just putting it out there to you guys. Those of you who have done it already, congratulations to you. I've seen many people post their settlement letters. They were able to settle their car notes. Now they have like 5,000 rand, 6,000 rands. They have like $200, $500 that is back in their pocket, and they can be able to use that to save for their personal projects.